News Mornings at 5 a.m. starts right now.
This morning, the man accused in a horrific attack along the Pearl Street Mall is facing federal and state charges. We're live in Boulder with the latest in the investigation.
Sunday's scene has cleared, but what happened is something that many people cannot seem to shake off this morning, especially businesses in the area that are part of the Jewish community.
But first, we are live in Denver this morning trying to get more answers for you about a shooting that happened late last night. Good morning, I'm Corey Rose.
And I'm Jordan Chavez. Breaking overnight, one person went to the hospital in that shooting just a few blocks from Coors Field.
9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez is live along Larimer Street with the latest. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Jordan, Corey. We know that Denver police have released very limited information. So there was a shooting that happened right at this intersection of the 22nd and Larimer. So take a look at your screen. This is what that scene looked like late last night, just a couple of hours ago, actually. You can see it was a very active scene, and we had a handful of officers had the area of 22nd and Larimer blocked off. That's right near Coors Field. So investigators were piecing out together exactly what happened here. So there was a crime scene red tape surrounding this block, and no one was able to drive through the area. According to police, one person was taken to the hospital. They're expected to be okay. Police did not release any information on a suspect or suspects. We did reach out to Denver police about an hour ago. We emailed, we called. We're still waiting to hear back from Denver police, but that is the only information that they were able to release on social media. We also dug into some crime in this neighborhood, some data that I'm going to share with you here coming up in the next hour. For now, I'm live here in Denver. Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
All right, Brianna, thank you. Let's give you a live look outside right now. This is over downtown Denver. You can still see pretty cloudy out there, even though it's dark. As you saw, Brianna had the umbrella as rain is still coming down this morning, though it's tapering off right now.
All right, let's get a check of the forecast. Senior meteorologist Chris Bianchi back with us. We missed you, friend.
I missed you guys too, and I brought the rain, right?
Yes, you did.
Although I know it rained all last week. I'm actually going to have some stats. We had more rain the last 10 days than Seattle's gotten. How about that?
Interesting.
For us here in the Denver area. It looks like Seattle out there on this Tuesday morning. Upper 40s for us. We are starting to dry things out. You're exactly right, Corey and Jordan. Starting to get a bit more of that northwest pull to the air mass. That's a drying wind for us along the front range. That's why that rain gradually petering on out. But you saw Brianna with the umbrella a second ago. It's still raining outside. This, the eastern plains getting that steadiest and heaviest rain for us. And that is pretty quickly spinning its way off to the east into Kansas. Here in Denver, again, a few rain showers around for us, mostly just drizzle, occasional bursts of light rain for us, but the rain mostly done with across the metro area on this Tuesday morning. Now, later on today, it'll stay drizzly. It's going to be cloudy. It's going to be cool. Elite napping weather for today. More than 20 degrees below average and a chance for an afternoon shower, perhaps a rumble of thunder. But then as we look ahead at the next couple of days, that threat for severe weather is going to ramp back up, especially across southern Colorado. I'm going to detail that for you in my full forecast. I want to send things over to Erica now for first check of traffic.
Chris, thank you so much and welcome back. We're so happy to have you back this morning. Right now, we do want to check in on the drive for you. A live look at 503 from our CDOT cameras like Chris was talking about. Definitely still seeing wet roads across our area, even though the rain not going to be continuing throughout most of the morning drive out here. But I-25 23rd Avenue, we are seeing a wet interstate. I-25 Park Avenue, same thing. Volume is light, but we know anytime we are dealing with slick roads out here, especially during the morning drive, we often see problems. So please, please, please let that be your warning this morning. Give yourself some extra time out here because it certainly is slick, not just on our interstates, but on our side streets as well. Let's bring you over now to our map and take a look at things. Lots of green out here, although not able to show you where all the wet roads are, but certainly just know that you are waking up to them. Westbound I-70 drive between E470 and 76 will take about 15 minutes right now. So overall, these travel times are looking normal and quick. No issues on either side of 225 Denver to Boulder Drive, 18 minutes right now on westbound Highway 36.
You got to be careful this morning with all that water out there. Erica, thank you. This morning, 5 people are still critically hurt after a mass stabbing in Oregon over the weekend. This started Sunday night at a homeless shelter in Salem. Police say a man started stabbing people in the shelter's lobby. 2 of them were employees. Witnesses say he continued stabbing people inside the shelter and then moved outside inside and attacked random people. 12 people were hurt. The suspect is in police custody this morning. He is facing attempted murder charges and has been denied bail.
This morning, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is celebrating the success of a surprise attack on Russian air bases over the weekend. The attacks targeted airfields deep inside Russia. Ukrainian officials said 41 aircraft were hit. Ukrainian officials said that operatives smuggled the drones into Russia, hid them in mobile wooden sheds, and then launched them once they were near the targets. This came just a day before Russian and Ukrainian delegates met in Istanbul for their second set of direct peace talks. The talks ended with no major breakthrough, and they agreed to work on a new prisoner exchange.
President Trump will likely have a direct phone conversation with Chinese leader Xi Jinping this week. That's according to the White House press secretary. Trump has been suggesting he expected to speak to him on trade for weeks. It never happened, reportedly because Beijing wasn't willing to agree to it. The U.S. recently accused China of moving too slowly on easing restrictions on rare earth mineral exports. And in retaliation, Washington is revoking visas for Chinese students and restricting the sale of certain software to China.
Investigators now say that 12 people were hurt in Sunday's attack targeting the Jewish community in Boulder. At last check, 2 of them are still in the hospital recovering from burns this morning.
9 News reporter Courtney Yoon joins us live in Boulder. And Courtney, the suspect now faces state and federal charges.
Yes, that's right, Corey and Jordan. The suspect is being held on dozens of state charges, including multiple counts of attempted murder and the use of an incendiary device. He's also being charged with a federal hate crime. Over the weekend, Boulder police said that the victims of the attack included 8 people who ranged in age from 52 to 88. Yesterday, investigators identified 4 more victims, bringing that total to 12. 45-year-old Mohammed Saliman is accused of throwing Molotov cocktails at a peaceful group walking to raise awareness of hostages being held by Hamas. It all happened Sunday afternoon in Boulder's Pearl Street Mall. Investigators say Saliman confessed that he wanted to kill supporters of Israel and he would do it again. They say he had been planning the attack for a year. Boulder City Council member Tara Weiner knows some of the victims, including a woman who is a Holocaust survivor. She says the anger and vitriol against Jewish people has increased over the years.
We're not surprised as a community, and we are just going to get through it. We're going to be strong. We are going to be there for each other. And like I said, I'm counting on all of our allies in this whole city to be strong with us.
The Anti-Defamation League says that last year they recorded more than 9,300 anti-Semitic incidents across the U.S., the highest number since they started collecting that data 46 years ago. 6 of the people who are injured are part of the same congregation. In just an hour at 6 o'clock, we'll hear from their rabbi. Live in Boulder, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
Courtney, thank you. Now, stores on the Pearl Street Mall will be back open today after Sunday's violent attack. Now, those stores are just hoping for some sense of normalcy. That included Lindsay's Deli, a shop owned and operated by Lindsay Shaw, a Jewish woman who lives in Boulder. Shaw says her employees closed the store shortly after they heard about the attack that took place just steps from their door. Yesterday, she sat down with her managers who were working at the time, hoping to help them process what happened. Shaw says there was no doubt they would be open because she did not want fear to win.
Being a Jewish woman now, I've just watched so much terror in the Jewish community for my entire life. And what's so cool about the Jews is they always seem to unite and they always seem to come together and just move forward.
Just before Sunday's attack, Shaw says she was trying to convince a friend to attend the Boulder Jewish Festival scheduled on the Pearl Street Mall this weekend. We have reached out to the organizers to see if that will still take place. We're waiting for a response this morning.
Jewish Colorado has set up a fund for anyone impacted by the attack in downtown Boulder. And if you would like to help, we do have all of that linked on 9news.com. There you'll also find links to support and resources for anyone affected by this attack.